Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's time for episode number 30 of Teadoddles Talks. Wow, we made it to 30! Yeah, my 30s were long ago. But anyway, first, let me start off by saying welcome new subscribers and welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have y'all here for all my making adventures. I do consider this a maker podcast because I do like to do all the sewing things, do all the yarny things, and the DIY things. So, if you haven't already, you should go check out my Facebook group called Teadoddles Makers. I'm having a finish along on the blog as well as connected to that Facebook group this year, a maker finish along. So you can post makes of all kinds in there. It's not just for fiber arts, for the fiber or fabric arts. It's for DIY stuff as well, baking, all those kind of good things. And you just share what you've done for the month. I usually have a challenge each month. The challenge this month is to make for yourself, because last month we did gift making. So, and then try to finish some UFOs you got floating around, UFOs and whips. You can share your picture in that group of your accomplishments for the month, and you will be entered to win a $20 Amazon gift card. So then you can buy more making things. Yay! And if you haven't already, also sign up for my newsletter on the blog. I have, I'm going to share with y'all this afternoon. I just realized I forgot to bring those over here, but I'm going to bring them. I'll get them before the end. In the DIY section, I will show you, you get access to a coloring page that I have on the blog that is password protected. There are drawings that I do that are like the adult coloring drawings. And I'll show you some of those at the end in DIY section today. That's a perk of being in the newsletter, and plus you get my Sunday newsletter, actual newsletter, which gives you links to all the things that I've been doing during the week and some fun things I found around the web, and just kind of talk a little bit about what's going on during the week like I do on the podcast. It's just all in one place, I guess. And then I do at least one blog post a week. Currently, a lot of times it's connected to videos I do on here. Sometimes it's not. There's a lot of things on there. I've had that blog for over 3 years, so lots of fun things to see. So that is the best way to keep up with me. Okay, now let's just look at my list. So I had my visit with my endocrinologist earlier this week on Tuesday. For those that don't know, I had thyroid cancer 6 years ago, and so I no longer have a thyroid. Maybe you can see a scar. I don't know. I have a video up on the... I'm going to take a note. I'm going to try to put one of those eye links up here to that video that I did about my thyroid cancer experience. So I just celebrated in June 6 years cancer-free. Woo-woo! So my visit actually went very well. My primary care physician, I saw her last Thursday. That went well also. Everything looked good. No problems with cholesterol or high blood pressure or anything like that, because of the way they keep my thyroid levels to keep things from growing back. It can affect your heart, so there's always checking on that. As I said in my last podcast, I did wind up by now I probably have psoriasis versus eczema. I'm not real sure if she meant I have both or she meant that it's more likely psoriasis. I don't know. She put me on a 10-day dose of steroids, which makes me very hyper, makes me very I feel like I want to run around in circles. I can't sleep very well. Of course, I'm getting a good bit done, so there's that. It also makes my mouth feel very dry, drier than normal. Just drinking water today. It makes me feel like my gums are pulling away from my teeth. I know that's a weird thing, but I don't know how else to describe it. It's a strange, strange feeling. I feel like I could just run a marathon right now, even though I know I'm not physically capable of doing that. So I'll be glad. Tomorrow's my last day to take that, so I'll be glad, because I feel like I'm probably gonna crash and burn and sleep a really long time, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, back to my endocrinologist visit. Everything looked great. All my numbers are great. The only thing is that I have this test. It's called a thyroglobulin test. That is a marker to see if cancer is growing back, because it should be negative always, because I don't have a thyroid. There's two. There's that one, and then there's thyroglobulin antibody test. There was a mix-up when I had my blood drawn. I had my blood drawn at the local health department, and they only did the antibody one. Well, she really needed the other one as well, but the numbers were the same from like LabCorp, so they were going to call and ask about that, because there's some kind of mix-up with the number coding for those tests. So I wound up having to go get my blood drawn at the doctor's office so she could be sure that that was okay. And you can see I have a lovely bruise still. This was this past Tuesday. So here's the thing. They have a hard time getting blood out of me. Okay, my blood doesn't want to leave. It wants to stay in my body, I reckon. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. If I get super hydrated before, if I'm warm, my blood will just stop or come out super slow. So what she told me is that they now have same day lab work. So that means I wouldn't have to go a week ahead of time and have lab work done and then come back the following week for my visit. I could come the same day, have it all done in one day at that doctor's office. Because the reason I've been going to the health department is because it's closer. Well, it's in my town, so it's closer to me, obviously. My doctor is about 45 minutes away, so I wouldn't have to go, you know, twice. Plus, I already drive back and forth to a different town 45 minutes to teach. So I'm trying to avoid more driving. Plus, it was a little cheaper at of course, that thyroglobulin test by itself is $85 just for that one test. It cost me more than my whole panel of blood work for my primary care physician. It's crazy. But so when she told me that, I was thinking, one trip, not two trips, right? And I was like, well, I guess I gotta do that, because my doctor's office currently gives 30% discount if you pay cash. So I said, I'll just do that, because I don't have to come back. Luckily, I don't have to go back for 9 months, which is awesome, because I was having to go every 6 months because my levels had gotten crazy. So I'm back out to 9 months. Cool. So that's not till May. But when I went to have the blood drawn, that lady, I told her it was hard to draw blood. She went ahead and stuck me. The vein did pop up really nice. I could see it. It doesn't always do that. But then it was slow. So she started moving the needle around, which is never fun. And she did not blow out my vein, which is what they typically do when they start doing that. But it hurt so bad, y'all. It hurt so very bad. And now I'm super regretting, wondering if I really want to go have my blood drawn at the doctor's office. Because the lady at the health department is like a vein whisperer. She always gets my blood to come out. She never hurts me. So I don't know. We'll see. I got a long time till May to think about it. And I may email them and say, hey, is there someone else who can do the blood draw? Because that lady hurt me. My whole arm hurt for the rest of the day. And it just made it feel limp. Because it just hurt so bad. I haven't been hurt that bad in a while getting my blood drawn. So anyway, something to think about. But otherwise, my blood, everything was good with that test too. So that's awesome. Everything's looking great. I'm feeling pretty good actually, but I think that's due to me taking the steroid currently. So I will see how I feel once I'm off of that, because I have a feeling I'm going to be crashing sometime next week when I finish taking this stuff. So anywho, that's enough about my doctor's visit. That's how that went. Feeling good, looking healthy. Y'all, I honestly thought when I went to visit, because I feel, as I talked about last time, uncomfortable because I've gained too much. I've gained weight and my pants are too tight, and it's just frustrating because I don't go shopping anymore for clothes because I don't have time for that mess. Plus I got so much fabric to make my own clothes, but then again I don't have time to do it. So I really need some new dress pants. Let's just go that way. But either way, I really thought I was going to have some kind of health issues when I went, just because of the way I was feeling. And just knowing that I don't have any health issues and everything looks really great made me feel better. Which is crazy. So, you know, I had talked about, y'all, my sinuses are acting crazy today. Did you see my eyes just turn red because they teared up because I felt like I was going to sneeze? Okay. It's raining here today, finally, which is wonderful. But let me finish talking about this. Told y'all I'm super wired. Super wired because of the synthroid. No, because of the steroid. But my doctor had given me a prescription for some phentermine. It's supposed to help kickstart some weight loss because it's hard for me to lose weight because I don't have a thyroid, and having the energy to actually do something exercise wise is hard, you know. But I have started, I had already started with my, because I have the psoriasis too. I'm trying to not eat so much gluten, I'm trying to do one thing at a time. So I'm starting with the gluten, the bread and stuff, trying not to eat so much of it, and which is probably helpful anyway, because I had been eating like super healthy, grain-full, flaxseed-full grains, because it's supposed to be good for you, right? Well, I also have like ovarian cysts that I get. So I have issues with that as well, which I feel I had too much estrogen going on in my body, which I changed like birth control to a low estrogen, and that helped a lot. Getting a little too personal here, y'all, maybe, I don't know, but so I got to researching phytoestrogens, which is it's plant things with natural estrogen in it, and soy is one of them, which I knew that. But guess what? Black seed has almost 3 times the amount of phytoestrogens in it as soy, which I already avoided soy because it can affect your thyroid, but it really doesn't affect me that way because I don't have a thyroid. So I just eliminated all the flaxseed because I was like, I thought I was doing good, but that's probably part of the reason it wasn't feeling so great. So frustrating, y'all. You think you're doing something that's healthy, but we all have to remember that everybody's body is different. I mean, while there's some basic things that everybody's body does need, your chemistry is different, so you're gonna need things differently, or more of some things than someone else might need, and less of, you know. So that's something I'm still messing with. So anyway, I got I already know I don't like gluten-free bread. It's disgusting. I cannot even. I'd rather not eat bread than have that stuff. I did get some gluten-free waffles, Vans. They're pretty good. They're a little, they fall apart easy, but they don't taste bad. So I usually eat a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast because it's portable and I can take it with me. It's really half a sandwich. and like half a piece of bacon. It's not like huge. So I'm doing a waffle in half for that, and that's working out good. I was doing the French bread from Walmart bakery because it's small and it is white bread, but so anyway, and now I just try to only have bread maybe once a day at all. If I have anything bready, pasta or bread, you know, like if I have a sandwich for lunch, I try not to eat any more bread. If I have spaghetti for supper, then I won't have any more bread, you know, like that. And I can tell a difference. I think I am affected by it a little bit. I'm definitely not where I'd have to avoid it all the time, right? Like some people can't. They're really allergic to it and they have to avoid it at all costs. So, anywho, so I'm gonna work on that. I think that's enough talking about my health stuff. So let's move on. It has been so very hot and humid this week here. We've had heat indexes up to 112 degrees multiple days in a row. And y'all, the air in my vehicle still does not work. That is a very hot driving around that I do. So I'm kind of sweaty by the time I get to my afternoon class. So I have been trying to, I have less of a break now because I was working from 8 to 11:30, but now it's 8 to 12. So they extended my hours a bit at the school. So I have about 30 to maybe 45 minutes. It depends on traffic and getting back home to come by the house and eat me a little something and maybe take my dogs out and then head to my afternoon class. So by the time I get home, I just want to rip everything off and jump in the shower. So yeah, it's gross. And it's just a matter of my husband having time to fix my air conditioning, because if I take it somewhere and pay someone, that is like a big expense, y'all. And since my husband can do it, it will be much, much cheaper. I'm gonna have to tough it out. I hate to ask him to work on things like that when he's off on the weekend, because he is in the heat all day long for his job. He's a welder, and I just don't. I'm in the heat maybe about an hour, 15 minutes a day, so you know, I'm not gonna make him do that. Well, like, not that I can make him do it, but I'm not gonna bug him about it. Let's put it that way. But today it is raining and it has cooled off. It is so fabulous. I am very happy. I love the rain. I love a rainy day. I just love it. I don't like it for it to rain for days and days and days, but I love a rainy day. It's just nice. Getting me in the mood for fall. I know there's some people who love summer, but it's usually people who live in places where they don't have much of a summer. It probably won't really cool off here until October, y'all, mid-October or so. Because I know sometimes at Halloween, when I used to take my son trick-or-treating, some years we had to have coats and jackets, and some years you could wear shorts because it was hot. So no, it's that way in December sometimes here, so you just never know what you're going to get. So anywho, one more thing. Oh, I did a video Friday. It's a giveaway video, so if you missed it, better go check it out. It's called Fabric Obsessed Surprise. So I'm trying to put an eye thing there. Eye thing. That's where I'm alright. Maybe I'll remember what that means. So the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, I've talked about Ibotta before, but I have some things to show y'all from Joann's where I went. I went to Joann's after my doctor's visit. I needed to pick me up after being stabbed in my arm. So, and I'm going to tell you what I got back from them and everything, but they have a 15% back coupon in stores at Joann's, and And they have some other rebates you can use on top of that. So, and you get that after you've done your sales and everything in the store. So it's like an extra thing. So I super like it. I'll put a link down below. It's not an affiliate link because anybody can do it. But if you like, click on my link and sign up and then make a purchase, I get a bonus. But you get a bonus too. So pretty sweet. And then you can pass it on to somebody else if you like it. I use it for Walmart too. They have a new thing where you can get 1% cash back on all your purchases at Walmart, but you have to do pay through Ibotta. I'm debating on doing that because they have 1% back. They have 3% back at CVS. And I'm wondering if that'll work, like when I go pay for my medicines, because that would be awesome if it did, but I don't know if it does. So I'm debating because you have to connect your card and stuff like that. We'll see. The other thing is, I talked about it in one of my vlogs, is Grove Collaborative. I was just putting stuff in my cart for my, well, it pre-fills your cart. My cart always has like way too much stuff in it because I try things out all the time, and it will just put it back in your cart. The next time you can just take out what you don't want. It's not a big, you can even skip a month if you don't want to, but if you want to. But I really love it. It's got like natural cleaning products and personal care products, and they have a pet stuff in there now I was looking at, and a coffee and a tea line. So yeah, I super love it because I can't find most of that stuff around here, and I get to try the different stuff. I found some great things in there. So I'm gonna put a link down there for that too, and that's the same thing as the Ibotta. If you sign up through my link, and when you make your first purchase, I get a credit or whatever, but you get credits too, and you can pass it on to somebody else if you like it. Again, I love sharing things like that. Yay! All right, I think that is, my light is doing that weird thing where I'm glowing. Time for yarny goodness. Okay guys, I don't have any finished objects to show you, but I'm going to go over my whip pile, which I haven't worked on in a long time because I've been working on my new pattern, which I have finished the shawl. I showed y'all last week. It's in there still drying. I am working as diligently as I can on getting that pattern finished. I can send it out to testers. I had thought it'd be out by the end of this week, but I don't think that's going to happen, but it should be in the next couple of days because I'm working on charts. I had a question about charts. This is a really big shawl, so the chart is, if I make a full chart for the whole shawl, which I want to do because when you buy the pattern, you'll get the chart for the full shawl, the pattern for the full shawl, some alterations you could do, different thread weights and stuff. On the blog, I will have this small shawl, the first portion that I did for free, that pattern for free. So, which an advanced crocheter could figure out how to go from there, I'm sure. But if you want the full thing, it'll be a pattern for sale on Etsy. And I think it's important. I know from a lot of patterns I've purchased, a lot of times they just list the yarn that they used, and they don't even, sometimes they don't even tell you the thread weight that is, and I have to look it up to see what thread weight that even is. What I'm planning on doing with this pattern is having it in 3 different weights. I have testers who will be testing in a number 4, a number 3, and a fingering weight, because we get all that great sock yarn. I thought it would be great to test it in a fingering weight. I don't know what size the shawl will be once it's tested that way, but I do know it will most likely need more yardage, obviously, because it's a smaller thread weight. So then you'll have options and you'll know what you can do, because I know from sewing clothing, when I get a clothing pattern, it's going to list different kinds of fabric you can use, right? It doesn't just list one fabric, like we use this fabric, you know. They will have a list of different kinds of fabric you can use for that pattern that are recommended for that pattern, okay? Now, an advanced sewist could take that pattern and probably make it out of whatever fabric they wanted to, because they know about the ease that comes with sewing clothing. So I want to have that incorporated into my crochet patterns, okay? Because I feel like that's not easy for some people to figure out. And I feel like if you're paying for a pattern, it should be more in depth than a free pattern. Does that make sense? So I am working on that, and the pattern will be coming to the plan is for the pattern to come to my blog and be released in my Etsy shop for the paid version by the first week of October, because I am calling it the Bumps and Scales shawl, which is the same as my Bumps and Scales cowl. Pattern's a little different though. I changed, I think I used a treble in the cowl, and I'm using a double in the shawl, plus I have the added open work in it. I wanted to call it something like Dragon Scale shawl or something like that, but there are like 10 million patterns with that name. So, because I was looking, before I name something, I always research, because I want it to stand out, right? That's a tip for y'all if y'all making patterns and stuff. Name it something that's going to stand out from the crowd, perhaps, right? You can tag it still in search results with Dragon Shawl and stuff like that, so that it will still come up, but it'll just stand out, if that makes any sense. So that is what it's called, Bumps and Scales, and the reason I want it to release the first week of October, so you have time to make it for Halloween. Yeah, and October is my birthday, so yes, the whole month of October is my birthday, not just one day in October, the whole month. So that is coming up. I've been working on swatches, which I will try to show y'all in a minute. It's kind of connected though, for the Lion Brand yarn that I did a video of this past Thursday. I will be doing another video this Thursday for the swatches I have so far, and plus a few more yarns that I ordered after that box. And I will show those during that video. So that's coming up. I've been working on those in the evening. Since I'm not crocheting on the shawl anymore, it's been nice to pick up something different for a change. I do have to go back, but I have a little bit of time, because I need to use my last skein of that yarn to make the small version, so I have pictures for the blog, okay? So something else, I have signed up for his website's name is Austin's Craft Corner. He was doing a traveling corner to corner blanket, and he asked me in the comments if I would like to participate in the decreasing portion of it, and I said sure. Why not? So I figured it'd be okay, because it's only so many rows, and since I'm number 5, I think he said I was 5th on the list, it should be getting pretty small by then. I'm figuring, I don't know how small it gets. So I have no idea when it will be here or where it is currently, because I am very behind on my YouTube watching. I have been trying to catch up this past week while doing my swatches. So yeah, I really need to figure out where it might potentially be at. So that is something coming up that's fun. You should go check him out. He has some neat mates. He's very, very soft spoken. Yeah. So okay, so now we're going to talk about my whips, okay? Because I don't have any finished objects, because my whips have all been put on hold while I worked on the shawl. So I thought we would go through my whip bags and see what's going on. So this first one is actually my swatches for the Lion Brand yarn that I've been doing. I've been really enjoying this, because I really want to do it for other yarns, because it's giving me valuable information about the yarns. Because on the tags of most yarn, they will give you a suggested crochet hook and needle sizes, knitting needle sizes. Now there are some yarns that only give you the knitting needle sizes, and they usually will tell you for so many stitches and rows, it's usually a 4-inch swatch, right? You should get this, so you can kind of test your gauge with it. And I feel like that's going to help when deciding on yarn for a project, you know, because certain weights of yarn still crochet or knit up differently, even if they're in the same weight class. Plus I'm going to be adding that to my chart that I have yet to update, my yardage chart. Yeah, I haven't updated it because I'm ashamed that I'm supposed to be cutting that yardage in half. No, that's not happening. It's not happening. Anyway, let's go on. Let's move on. Can we move on? So I'm gonna try to get this out because I have it all. This can get right here, except my crochet ones. My crochet one, they're also connected to the yarn balls because I'm gonna pull them out when I'm done, because that's got another test that I want to do for them. So I'm gonna try to pull out this long. I have a really long knitting cable in here that I have several swatches on, and we'll do the best that we can. So yeah, this is this is complete madness, y'all. This is the best I can do, and I'm gonna pull on it no more so we can see. So this is really giving me some interesting stuff, like this Mako cotton. I need more of it. Not in this color, even though I super love this. It says it's orange, but it's more of a coral. It's very bright, but if you haven't noticed in my fabric showing, I have lots of coral fabric. It's like, maybe I need to get a more neutral color for something that could go with it. But I only bought one ball of this for some reason, but now I want more of it because I need me a big squishy cowl out of it. It is fabulous. So anyway, I'll talk more about those yarns when I do my little review, because I'm taking notes about how big the swatch actually is. I tried to use the needle and hook recommended for each, unless I didn't have it. Okay, so then I'm also doing a crochet swatch. As you can see, I forgot to get me a stitch marker for that, so I'm doing the crochet swatch. Although I'm cheating a little bit, I think you're supposed to do single crochets for most of those swatches. I've been doing double because I want to go faster. So yeah, that's what's coming up on Thursday. That'll be the first part of it because I have more to do, but with my knitting, and then I'll do another. There'll be several parts of that. I don't know how many yet. We'll see. All right, now let's see what's here. Here we go. So I moved my knitted sweater to, this is one of my maker pouches that I crisscrossed the ends on a lot for the drawstring, and I just decided to keep it. So but anyway, as you can see, I keep my knitting needles down in one of those little slotted pockets, so it is good for knitting and crochet. So I thought that this I would work on at my doctor's appointment, but y'all, I got there at 12:30. I was checking out at 1:20. I've never had it go that fast for an appointment with her. I usually wait in the waiting room at least an hour. But I was her first appointment after lunch, which worked out really well. So I got one row of knitting done. But I have one side of this done. This is the Marley Bird. Well, it's my first sweater knit along that was put on by Marley Bird along with Red Heart. So yeah, I have this much of the second side of my sweater done. I had finished the first side, so this is how far I am on the second side, and then I still have to do the sleeves, and then this one was in the Red Heart Hygge Charm. So it's not as fuzzy as the Hygge, but it is, and it has some sparkle in it. And this is like just the right amount of sparkle, y'all, because sometimes those sparkly yarns can get scratchy feeling, but this is very soft still. So that is whip. Well, I guess that's technically whip number 2 since I'm doing the swatches, but because this is supposed to be the year of the sweater for me, y'all, and I kind of slowed down on the sweater making because it's just got so hot. Who wants to think about sweaters when it's 110 degrees outside? Ugh. So anyway, so now what do I have in this bag? I don't even know. Now this was the prototype for my zipper maker bag, and I did the zippers all wrong on the end. Like, I mean, I know how to do it. I don't know what I was thinking, but it has that. This is fabric that was sent to me by Beth from Heaven's Peacemaker, and the inside is lined with that too. But anywho, oh, well, there's not actually a project in here. It is yarn. Well, my swatch for my sweater is in here because I swapped this bag with the other one. Why did I do that? I don't remember. This has got last month's Southern Skein yarn in it, in case you missed it, and the pattern for it, because I had intended on starting that and I haven't done that because it was a crochet pattern. This month is going to be a knitting pattern. So I love that she does knitting and crochet patterns with her yarn club. So that's not actually a whip yet. So let's see what is. Oh, this is my Mega Maker bag prototype. It's much different in the shop because it has. I'll be putting some of those in the shop coming up. So that is the plan anyway. It has the pocket along the whole side, like my maker bag. This one doesn't. It just has a smaller pocket because it was a prototype. But these are my knit and crochet patches I had been working on because I knit for so long, and then I put it on a string, the stitches on a string, and then I pick them up and crochet on top of them. So knit, crochet. This is like the lemon peel stitch. This is like what is it, a half, no, it's just like a single crochet in a space, and then you stitch in the space and on the top, so it just gives it a denser feel. So I have a bunch of these done, but I haven't worked on this in a long time. The intent was to make a blanket. I'm not even sure what kind of blanket this would make. I still have a bunch of these little minis. These are the ones we got with that Jimmy Beans Club that one time to make the poof. As you can see, this is pretty full of minis still. So I'm hoping, I don't know. At one point I saw this Mandela thing I wanted to make. I thought, you know what, I could use it for that. I might not do those anymore, but now that I'm looking at it, I have a good bit of these, and I do not want to pull all of those out. It would kind of be a shame, wouldn't it? So I think I'm going to continue on with that. We'll see how that turns out. All right, let's see. Get this out of the way. Grab the next one, which is in one of my traveling maker bag prototype that I did with the bleaching and the longer handles. Some of those are coming to the shop in August. Of course, they'll be different than this. They'll be all different. Okay, so this one I haven't worked on in a while. This is my Fallow and Fawn, one of these sides, I don't know, sweater by Hopeful Honey. Okay, this is the one where I was blending the let's look at this though, because it's so pretty. I love this. Okay, there we go. It is so soft, but I blended the Karen Simply Soft Tweed. This is not focusing at all, y'all. Yeah, there we go. Karen Simply Soft Tweed. It's a gray heather or something like that with baby alpaca lace. So I wound these together in this rust color, and it has made the softest squash ass fabric. So I have one whole side done of this and started on a sleeve, so I had to get more yarn, and I did find, I was worried I wasn't gonna find any more of the Karen Simply Soft, which is crazy because I just figured if anything I'd run out of the alpaca lace first, because I can't get it anymore. They don't make it anymore. So I should be okay. And the reason I did one side and then started a sleeve is because I'm gonna do both the sleeves, and then if I start running out of the alpaca lace, I will do a stripe where I start eliminating the alpaca lace, if that makes any sense. So I've just got to wind up some more yarn so I can work on this, because I don't have any more of it wound up. So there is that whip. Next, oh my goodness, y'all, this is another one of my zipper maker bags that I kept. Those are tiny unicorns on there. Can we see? Tiny unicorns. And the reason I kept this one is because I cut a tiny little hole in the lining and tried to fix it and it looked stupid, so I wasn't going to sell that. But anyway, this is my Spotting Clouds sweater top by Christina Hattering from A Spoonful of Yarn. Okay, so the only reason I hadn't worked on it anymore is because I had to block the yoke after I made it, and it took me forever to do that, and I finally did it. Now, I had to stretch this a lot to even get close to the measurement she gave, so hopefully everything fits well once I get finished. I think it will, because this is a good place on my shoulder, and then it's got like a little short sleeve thing that comes out, because I have started. That's why this has that darker line, because I have started, you go around this create this sleeve as you go, and then you keep going around for the body eventually. So this is, let me take this off. I'm hoping that I might be able to wear this soon if I get finished with it. This is pretty small crochet, y'all. So I'm making this with the Ombre Life from Line Brand. And this is a number 2 weight yarn, and it's 50% acrylic, 50% cotton. So it's very soft. It's one of those 4-stranded yarns. It's not twisted. So eventually the plan is I'm gonna go down with that and then potentially pick up at the end with this. So it will go to the black, but then I would join in the center portion and then have the red at the bottom. I don't know yet. I'm gonna see how that goes, how that all looks. But that's the plan. So, and I have the partial skein with my work, then 5 more skeins of that yarn in this bag, y'all. It's a pretty good bit. So next, it's just a random bag I have. Oh, there's dog fur on everything, I swear. This is my Java wrap. This is a knitting pattern I got from Line Brand. I think it's by two of Wands. Alexandra Tavel of 2 of Wands. And this is a knitting project. I haven't added anything to it because, like I said, I haven't been working on it. So that's what I have so far. It is a shawl. I do love the colors in it. It's made with a cupcake and coffee break. It's falling apart, y'all. And this 24/7 cotton, which I don't like. I'm gonna finish this. I don't like knitting with it either. So I shall not be buying any more of it after I'm finished. I didn't like crocheting with it. I don't like knitting with it. I forgot to put my pattern back in there. So I won't be making any more. I forgot to tell y'all, all those swatches I'm doing, I'm using my interchangeable knitting needle set I got from Blueprint. And I love them. So I will talk more about that probably when I do my review. But I do love them. Let's see. Got 2 more bags over here. And you know, I really was thinking the other day about starting a new project. I mean, seriously. Okay, so this is just, okay, I know what this is. These are those cowls, like chunky cowls I was doing for Christmas gifts, and I didn't get finished with all of them. This is that sprightly yarn, acrylic, chunky acrylic from Blueprint. I love this stuff, y'all. This stuff is so squishy and soft, and I love it. So this is a super bulky, but that's all this is. I couldn't remember what was in there. Nothing exciting. This bag. Okay, so I have, this is the market bag from my last Jimmy Bean's Crochet Club. I need to finish it. I just got to add the handles, and I just hadn't done it. So then I have, oh, I got my little bird that I need to put some eyeballs on and legs on. Oh no, he has eyeballs. He does have eyeballs. You see the little shine? So I need to do that. That came in this kit sent to me by a swap partner. I think it was the one I did with Llama Mama Kayla. So I want to make this bird too. I have the yarn for it. It was in a magazine. So that's what's in that bag. A double whip. Alright. That made me tired. But when I edit videos and stuff, I like to, that's what I do, I knit and stuff, because I have to listen to myself talk again in case I missed something. But, whew, I'm tired. Now, I'm going to show you some new yarns. As I said, I went to Joann's after work, not after work, after my doctor's appointment Tuesday, because I had, the first day of class was Tuesday at the college I teach of, so I had to go that morning, and then I had to miss my afternoon class, which the high school had already started, so it was okay, but because I had to go straight from Americus to Albany, which is about 45 minutes or so. And then since my daughter's visit was so short, I decided to go pop into Joann's. So, anywho, I got this Lion Brand jeans yarn because they had it on sale for $2.99 a skein, and I have been wanting some of this because of the patterns I see, like that pattern for that blanket. It's so cool. And there's a cardigan pattern. I think I saw Carrie Penny ordered a kit or something with this for that cardigan, so that's pretty cool. So I got every color they had in this. They had the line, they had the jeans colors, which is like different colors than you normally see in jeans, so I didn't get that, but they have all these blues, which these two right here on the end look very similar, but one is darker. So I got all the blues. I got, this is 100% acrylic yarn. They have a cotton one. This is really soft. So there's like 246 yards, 225 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. This is a number 4. So, and I got brand new classic stonewash and faded. And then I also got the, let me turn these words on there, okay. Stovepipe, vintage in the middle, and then top stitch, which is on the end. So, yeah. Those were $2.99. They were on sale for $2.99 each, which beat out the 40% off that was going on at Lion Brand at the time. So, I went ahead and grabbed those. And then because I had $1 back on Ibotta for the Big Twist value yarn. So remember I got the greeny, Tilly Greeny one last time? And they were on clearance again for $2.47. So I got one of these because I had $1 back, which would make it $1.47. And this is a number 4 weight. This is equivalent to like Red Heart with Love because it's a little bit softer than Super Saver. So it's a number 4. There's 371 yards on here, so it's pretty good. So that's the yarn I got from there. Now, I will say, when I look back at my receipt, there was this stovepipe color for some reason rang up at $3.97 instead of $2.99. Which I didn't catch that when she rang it up, so I don't know why. Oh, yeah. And plus, this did not ring up at the clearance $2.47. It rang up at $3.49. That was $2 on my ticket more than I thought it would be, but I'm not mad about it, and I'll tell you why in my fabric obsessed section. So, because I also got fabric there. But, yeah. And I had I'm going to give you my total at the very end, because I've got stuff in different sections to put down here, okay? So, yeah. So that is the first portion of my Joann's haul. And then, remember last week when I told you I was going to skip the August Etsy Yarn Club? Because I really wanted to order some of the special Halloween things I had seen coming up. Well, apparently I forgot that I already ordered one for August, because it came in this week. So, it was from Lowlander Yarn Studio, and I'm going to give you a little peek. Yeah. So I will be doing another one. What I plan on doing is, because I have one over there already from July that I haven't done, I'm going to do that one this month, because I just did the one from June because I'm so behind on it. And then next month I will do this one, and then I will skip September, because I am going to order, and I'll tell you about those after I decide what I'm going to do, but I'm going to order 2 that I saw that are special Halloween ones. So, okay, because you have to order them by September 1st. Yeah, we got another week before I have to put that in there. So, so those are all my yarns and all my whips. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Okay, it's time for Fabric Obsessed. I need to take me a little break, clean up things a little bit, so I have my room not tripping over things. They got me something else to drink too. This is a new flavor of this. I love this stuff though, but orange grapefruit. I'm about to try this. You can hear the cracking open of it. I like it. I like it. I had the watermelon coconut one before, and that was good. So this is orange grapefruit. I do like it. Hell, I get so thirsty when I'm talking, and like I said, that medicine's making me thirsty. So, for Fabric Obsessed, when I finish this, now I forgot to tell you in the beginning that this is like later Sunday afternoon that I'm recording this. Probably getting close to 4 o'clock. And this won't go out till Monday again. I'm trying to get it back around where I can do these and have them ready for Saturday. So that's when I'd like them to go out. Just hasn't happened yet. So anyway, so when I finish this, I don't know yet. I'll probably finish sewing my bags real quick and then do that, because I can insert drawstrings. So I am almost finished with my first set of advent calendar bags for Southern Skeins. I'm super excited about these, y'all. I really love how they turned out, and I did show a sneak peek in my Instagram stories over the weekend, and there is a sneaky peeky picture in my newsletter that goes out at 5 o'clock today. So if you're signed up for that, you'll get to see that sneak peek. I'm not gonna show them to y'all here. Maybe when it gets a little closer, I'll show you a little bit more. I've shown y'all some sneak peeks of the fabric. I do have some fabrics that I'm going to show you that will be a sort of sneak peek. So anyway, I'm very excited about them. I'm loving how they turned out. Super excited. So I also have, since I have some bags that are finished or just about finished, I'm going to finish those up today. The drawstring thing again, which is a perfect thing to do while I edit a video while I'm watching. And so I'm going to do a shop update I don't know if I'll get it out this evening or if it'll be tomorrow. It's most likely going to be tomorrow or Tuesday. It's going to be in the next few days. Let's just put it that way. So, because my shop is almost empty, y'all. And I need to put some stuff in it. So, it's not the full update for August. There is more coming. It's going to be a bunch of mini maker bags, which I've shown y'all last podcast. There are 2 sets. I call them sets because it's where I do the maker bag, the zipper, and the drawstring maker bag. And then there's a mini maker bag to match it. And then there's the zippy pouch. So there's 2 of those sets going up. So I haven't finished the 3rd one that I had to go. Yeah, that's what's going to be going in there right this moment, okay? Now, I have promised a scrappy update, and there'll be some that are, I call them Maker's Leftovers pouches, because it's from the leftovers I have that I didn't do bags with otherwise. I have those coming in there. Actually, I have a few, 2 of those. I don't know. It's an update. I'm going to put the stuff that I finished in there. Watch my Instagram for that, and my Facebook page, okay, for that. And then there's still going to be more updates coming as I get them finished, because I'm going to have to do it that way, because I had to pause on them a little bit so I could finish up these advent calendar bags, because I'm supposed to send so many at a time, and then I wound up having to do double because we got more orders in, which is great and fabulous. It was just unexpected at the month. I was staying ahead of it, but alright, so those things are coming. I'm excited about all of them. I'm not going to show you the bags again. I showed them last podcast. If you want to go look at them. Those are the ones that will be in the shop when I do my update, which is the next few days. And then there's more. Another set. It's the chicken one that I hadn't finished. And I got a bunch of little zippy pouches coming from Maker's Leftovers. And then I'm still doing the scrappy, like the patchwork totes and things. And I will be doing some more mega maker bags, and traveling maker bag is supposed to make its debut. So I don't know how many of those I will actually get done. Maybe for at least 2 this update. I know that's not a lot, but I have a special ordered one too that I have to do, so bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Now, let's look at some new fabric, okay? The first ones I'm going to show you are part of my Joann's haul still, okay? So I went in there looking, I was really looking for some more lining fabrics. I have a hard time, when I'm ordering online, I only want the prints, which I do prints on the inside too, but they're what would be called more of a low volume print, if that makes any sense, that coordinates with, you know, the others, which most fabric lines have coordinating prints like that with the big prints, but I like to mix stuff up. So anyway, so when I walked in the door, they were having a sale where for every yard of interior fabric, whether it be on sale or not, you bought, or home decor fabric, you could get a yard of some of their clearance ones for a penny. And I said, I need to take advantage of that. So I used the canvas fabrics for my tote bag bottoms and for my mega maker bag and traveling maker bag for different, you know, for tougher exteriors. So they had some of their fabrics on sale, and I think that one of these, yeah. So they had a certain section where the home decor fabrics, these are lighter weight canvases, was over $6.99 a yard. So that's a good deal already, right? And then I was going to get a yard of something else for a penny. You can't pass that up. That's $7 for 2 yards of home decor fabric, and that stuff can be expensive, y'all. So I got this really fun plaid. I love a good plaid, y'all. This is in this burnt orange and gray, perfect for fall. I love it, very pretty. So that's one I got. And then this one wound up being only $4.99 a yard when they rung it up. So I was like, that's even better. So I got my penny yard for this too, because $5 for 2 yards of home decor. Look at this. So pretty. It has a, kind of has an Aztec feel to it, or iCat. It's more like iCat, I think, which is because of the blurred edges. I don't know. But I like the colors in it and the print. So that is pretty. So that was the second one I got. I didn't want to get too carried away because I have some other stuff over here. So most of the ones that were, they had a card up front, because in the back they had it assigned too, but it was hard to find anything that had the right sticker on it because it had to be certain sticker colors. So they were mostly summary type things. So I picked up this one. It has a coral print on it in this pretty teal blue. And this is an outdoor fabric, y'all. Those can be really expensive. This is like a, it doesn't say on here, but it's an outdoor sunbrella. It's like sun protected thing. And I'm like, so it feels slickier than the canvas, but I'm like, I'm gonna save these for summertime, because next summer that will be great for totes that you could like take to the beach and stuff, because they're made for the outdoors. So I got that one, and then I got this one, which I really love the colors on it too. And then I was super excited about this one because it was kind of an end of the boat, but it was almost another yard. She gave me all of it for a penny. Yeah, that's my surprised, excited face. Because I was like, remember me telling you how those 2 yarns were $1 more than I thought? This is why I didn't care once I saw it on my receipt, because I got almost 2 yards of this for a penny. Got this for a penny. This one wound up only being $4.99 a yard. And this was $6.99 a yard. So 7 plus 5, $12 for 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 yards of home interior fabric. That's a steal, y'all. That was a steal. I was super excited about that. I just couldn't, I had a hard time picking out these two because most of the prints they had up there, I didn't like them. So, which is probably why they were in the clearance, because nobody else likes them much. But it was still, that was a great deal. So I got some to use for upcoming fall bags, and I got some for next summer. So yay! So that was the #1 reason why I wasn't too worried about paying $2 extra, because even though I paid $2 extra overall, I got a screaming deal on that. So then, since I was back there in the clearance fabrics, got to looking around, and I wound up buying, what is this one? This purple buffalo plaid flannel. Ooh, I love it. It's gonna be great for some Halloween bags, because I love that purple color in with the lime green and stuff, and orange for Halloween. This was an end of bolt thing too, and I said I'll just take the rest of it. I paid $2.59 for this. It's over a yard. I don't know what it is exactly, but $2.59 for this. That was another great deal. Then I found this, and I wish I had got the rest of this. I thought about it while I was standing there, but I decided just to get a yard. But it's Where's Waldo. Look at him. No, I am a huge Where's Waldo fan. I love those books. I used to have them when I was younger, and I still will look at them. They had a thing on Google Maps one time where you could find Where's Waldo, and I was playing that. I just love it. So when I saw this says Where's Waldo at the beach is what it says on it. You know, I'm not a big person to buy prints like this, like character prints, but sometimes every once in a while, like I did the Care Bear bags over the summer, I'll find something that I just love. So I got these. Now I need to find the perfect red and white striped fabric to go with this, right? Because he always wears the red and white striped shirt. So and she was trying to figure out what it was because the bolt was like all messed up and you couldn't see how much it was because it was 80% off. So I figured it'd be a great price anyway. This was not on my ticket, y'all. I don't know what happened because I seen her ring up stuff and she talked to the guy, but this was not listed on my ticket at all. So it was free. It was free. Because I was like, I don't see this on my list anywhere because I was trying to see what the price wound up being. It's not on there. So that's why I'm not mad about those extra $2. So I'll just say I paid $2 for this, right? So that is the fabric I got from Joann's. And then there is one more thing on here that is in my DIY section, which is going to be really small. And then I will tell you the total that I paid and then how much I got back on Ibotta for it. So let's move on to these other fabrics right quick because I got something special to show y'all. Had some requests to share it. So it is coming up. It's my wedding dress, y'all. I pulled it out for y'all to show y'all. So let's look at these fabrics first. This first stack of stuff came from Fat Quarter Shop. I got this Fat Quarter bundle, y'all. This is Tula Pink fabric. Her fabric is so fabulous and I love it. And I really don't want to have to take all these apart, but you will probably see some of these on bags. That has a squirrel on it. You can see this fabric has bats and stars and moons on it. That's from her De La Luna line. This is a mixed set. It was on their flash sale and I had to have it. I collect Tula Pink prints, so I say that you will see these on bags, but you may not. I can't promise that I'm gonna let them go because it is just a Fat Quarter bundle too. So I would only be able to make like mini maker bags. I'm trying to find, cause see, that's why I didn't want to do this because you have info. Okay, so this one you can see the squirrels, the pink squirrels. Love it. And then some of these, a lot of these are overall prints, but that's okay. And then this one is going to be upside down so stuff don't fall apart, but it has the frog faces in it and the little feet down in there. Oh, yeah. I'm making a big old mess. And then there, I have two colorways of this with the raccoon. I got a really good price on this because they had it flash saled. That's why I had to grab it. And then I have another colorway of the bats. I'm trying not to take this apart too much, y'all. I just wanted y'all to see the fabric because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's an eyeball print. Okay, so then there's another colorway of the rooster. Why am I trying to say rooster? Raccoon. I don't know. I told you, my brain is scrambled. My brain is scrambled. So, I was really excited to find that. And, like I said, you may or may not see it in bags in the shop because I do collect Tula Pink. But there are some double prints in here, so. They will have to be either one, no, I can't even do that. It's a Fat Quarter. I could only make mini maker bags out of this or pouches because it's too small to make a big bag out of it. Oh, I've been talking a long time, y'all. Mouth's getting dry. Okay, so the next, I got this really cute panel. I'm not completely sure if I'm going to be able to make bags out of this because it's so narrow. But I had bought it with intent because I only had one. But look how cute that is. She's got the yarn ball she's standing on top and a big old crochet hook in her hand. And so there's that one. And then there's this one with the thread. She's standing on the ball of thread. And then there's this one with the sewing machine and thread. I thought this was really cute. And what I would do, like I have done in the past, make the panel, the bag, just a regular drawstring. It'll be taller than my normal maker bag, but without the tab at the top like I did before. But my only problem is this is pretty narrow, so I'm not completely sure how well that's going to work out. But that was the plan. So, and if I knew it was cute when I saw it online. It's even cuter in person, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have but one of these. I'm gonna go back and look because I really like them. So next, got this super cool makery worded fabric. I love it. It's got like makers gotta make, I craft, what does it say? I craft, therefore I am. I can't read these backwards, y'all. Sew your heart out, let your soul shine. Don't just dream it, make it. So it's just got a lot of fun. It's got scissors and buttons and bobby pins in the background. Not bobby pins, safety pins in the background. I just thought this was super cute fabric. That'll make some fun bags. And then I actually got this fabric to go with this because it has the words in there like yard, half square triangle, snippets, Irish chain. It's got like churn dash. It's got like different quilt terms in there. So, and I really love the red with the little aqua plus signs on it. Then I also got this. This is so cool. This is canvas, y'all. It has the constellations, but they're like a thimble and a rotary cutter and scissors, and there's an iron. There's a sewing machine on there too. There it is. Sewing machine. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And this is a canvas, so I could make a Mega Maker bag out of it, or a I'll probably make a tote out of it because I think it would be cute as the traveling tote versus a Mega Maker bag. But yeah, so those were cute finds on Fat Quarter Shop. Next, I got two different things from two different Etsy shops, and that's because I needed them for pockets for the advent calendar. So there's your clue. Pocket fabric for the advent calendar, because on the advent calendars I did some advent calendar bags. I did something a little bit different because typically the band on my drawstring maker bags matches the pocket on the inside. Since I have to make so many of these, and I still want them to have a unique quality to them, I did a bleaching process on the outside. They're solid fabrics. And then I did, lost my train of thought, y'all. I did similar fabrics for the pockets. There are some difference, and there's some a few different fabrics I'm using for the lining. So then the banding I used fat quarters to do the banding at the top. So there's some that match. There's some that you have two, maybe even three that are the same, but because of the bleaching process I did on the outside, they're all still unique. And I love the colors. Just gonna say. So anyway, this is one fabric. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? That birch in there. This is an art gallery fabric by Katarina Rossella. It's one of my favorites. Indelible. That's what that line of fabric is from. And then I also got from that line this one, which I super love too. It's got just wordy print back there. It's got a deer going on and some doilies and feathers, just all kinds of fabulousness. I just love it. That one came from a different shop than that one. So this one came from the same shop. This is Joel Dewberry for Free Spirit Aviary 2. So I love this. Remember, it's upside down, but it has the colors in it. They're great. This will be pocket fabric. So I'm trying to use some different things, but in the same vein of colors, if that makes any sense. Then I have this one, which I'm still not completely, yeah, I think I will, because I have some darker ones. I got this, it's got the same colors, but gray, just a nice floral print. I don't know what this one is. Where's the little, another art gallery fabric. Their fabrics are so fabulous, y'all. I'm just gonna tell you, they can be expensive. But I can't find, it says in-house, so I don't know. So I scour the internet for good deals on them. So I can use them in bags because they're really great fabric. So that's a sneak peek for advent calendar bags. One more sneak peek, because I have some leftover pockets. I've got to, somehow I managed, I was doing 20 bags and 2 different colorways on the outside. I managed to be one short in one of the colorways of having enough lining fabric and top band. I'm like, how did I do that? So anyway, I gotta cut that out. So this is an example of a pocket. Look at that fun gray. This is a soft shirting kind of thing, but this I went ahead and sewed up all I had cut out so I could do it in the next batch of bags. And then here's an example, another example of a pocket, a different fabric, blues. This is a textured plaid fabric. So there's your sneak peek of the advent calendar bags. You'll have to keep watching Instagram stories and stuff. Instagram stories I do sometimes, but I don't understand how that works really. But anyway, so now that's all the new, yep, that's all, everything. Now this is gonna be so long today. I thought it wasn't, but it's gonna be so very long. Now I'm gonna show you my wedding dress, okay? Give me just a minute, I gotta move it over here. Okay. I had this all set up on my mannequin, and then I realized it was too short for the screen. So it's, I'll sit down so my head's not out of it. So I've got it up as far as I can get it. I did not able to zip it up on my mannequin, even though I adjusted it way in, because I'm so much bigger than I was when I made this dress. But this dress, this is a Renaissance styled dress because that's what I wanted for my wedding. I actually used this pattern here, this costume pattern, that one there, except I made a difference because I didn't want it going off my arm like that. So as you can see, it has a two-tone effect to it, because this overlay portion here is silk. It's 100% silk. I ordered it online. Well, we've been married almost 17 years ago. So, and then the underlay is satin, although this is lined with a lightweight cotton because it was so sheer. And then the sleeves, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see that. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. Ooh. Hopefully that's not too... Okay. So the sleeves have this overlay tie thing on it. So this is satin, and it had the ruffle at the end. It has a elastic portion here because it poofs out of these places. And actually, there's 2 separate parts to the sleeve. So this puff is actually made onto the sleeve, and then this underlay comes out at the top. Let's see. It has these little ties. So you tie up this portion, and then it has beadwork on it, which I did all by hand. There's little beads set in on it, and then all of this trim, which is all along different parts of the sleeve, all along the neck. It runs all the way down this front split. It runs around the whole train because it does have a longer train on it. It's not huge, but it did drag the floor. All of that is hand stitched. You can see, maybe you can see my hand stitch. I hand stitched all of that on because it just was not looking right when I tried to do it on the sewing machine. So, and then I did this beadwork, and these look a little tarnished, but that's because they're, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see that. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. So there's your sneak peek of the advent calendar bags. So now sterling silver, these little beads that I put on here. And then this is just like ribbon. That's all it is that I put up like that. It's very wrinkly because it's been in a bag and another bag under my bed, which is where it stays because I don't have anywhere else to store it, and I don't know, I mean, I cannot wear this at all. It was very tight fitting up here already because that's the design of the dress. You can see right down here there is a stain on it, and that is because we had sparkling grape juice at our reception to toast with, and I spilt it on my dress. So, but yeah, it'll probably that would probably come out with something, but I didn't bother because I'm not going to wear it again. I mean, I did offer it to wear to a woman I used to work with that was getting married. She was pregnant at the time, and I said, well, it may work out because this part is so big, but it was too small in the bust for her. So, yeah. And I'll turn this. See, it won't zip up. I had to pin it on the back because even though I adjusted my mannequin all the way in as far as I could, this is a large mannequin, which works okay for tops, but for bottoms it does not because I need an extra large mannequin for that. So, anywho, there is my wedding dress. If you have any questions about it, you can feel free to ask. I did sew this 17 years ago, so it's been quite a while since well, it's been over 17 because I worked on it for about, well, I worked on it over 6 months. I know that. I worked on it a long time, so I didn't spend but about $200 on the fabrics for this dress. And like I said, that I have 100% silk in the dress. Yeah, so that's my wedding dress. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing it. And I look back at this and I'm amazed that I was able to pull this off at that time in my sewing, because I had not been sewing a lot at that time. I started sewing as a teenager. I was in my early 20s when I did this. So this was like the first major thing that I sewed. I mean, like super major thing. It's crazy, right? So there it is. I hope y'all enjoyed it. So I'll see y'all in the next segment. Okay, now it's time for DIY and thrifty goodness. I have a few things to show you in this segment. Sometimes for a little bit now I haven't had anything to show, but now I do. The first thing I will do is show you the last thing I got from my Joann's haul, so I can tell you the total with that. I picked up this corkboard eraser magnetic eraser board combo with the frame. It's very pretty. I paid $5.97. I don't think you're going to be able to see that tag, but I thought that was a great price for this. I can always use things like this. So yeah, and it's nicely framed and everything. For $5.97, you couldn't beat that. Now when I got up to the register, it did ring as $10.97. I said it says $5.97, so she adjusted that for me. There was a whole stack of them, so it wasn't like it was the only one. So that was my last of my Joann's haul. So just to recount, I got the one ball of Big Twist Value yarn and 7 skeins of Lion Brand jeans yarn. I got the bulletin board thing I just showed you. I got the almost 5 yards of home decor, which was canvas as well, lightweight canvas as well as outdoor fabric. I got the buffalo plaid purple fabric and the Where's Waldo fabric. My total, because I did have a $5 Joann Smiles reward that came off. I wasn't able to use any other coupons because I had so much stuff that was on clearance. My total before taxes was $40.96. So that was a pretty good deal. But then, it says the total I saved was $33.16. So almost half off. I sent my receipt in, because you can just scan that the little barcode at the bottom for Ibotta, which makes it super easy. Some of them you have to take pictures of the receipt, but for this one you can scan the barcode. And I got back, it was almost $7 for the 15%. And then I got the $1 back for the big twist yarn. So I got almost $8 back from Ibotta. So if you take that off of the $40.96, I spent $32.96 for all of that. And I think that was an awesome deal, y'all. Is the total for my definitely thrifty goodness there. Thrifty fun. Did I say, it's supposed to be DIY and thrifty fun. I think I say goodness sometimes. And I don't know why. But, because it doesn't come right after yarning goodness. I don't know. But, anyway, I got a couple of other things to show you. I actually got these off of Amazon. I was looking for some, well, I was looking for fall and winter themed washi tape, because I use it in my packaging. And originally I was like, well, I don't need it yet, but then I was like, oh, I've got to package up all these bags for the advent calendar, and they need some winter themed packaging. So I got to looking around, and I found, no, I don't think this was but like $5 or less. It was pretty cheap, because the other colorways were cost more. No, it was only $2 and something. That's right. I can't remember the exact price, but it was like $2.36 or something. But it's a whole pack of Martha Stewart washi tape, and I like the wintry feel of it. It's not overly Christmassy, so I can use it for winter and Christmas bags. Have a sparkly season and ho ho ho, and home for the holidays. You know, it's cute, and for $2.36, that was a good price. So you had, because they had a Halloween themed one or fallish themed one that I wanted, but it was like $10. So it's like, nah, I'm just gonna get this one. But then I also found some other stuff that was Martha Stewart that was super good deals. I want to say that these were $1 something a pack, $1.47 a pack on there, but there's these creepy crawlery kind of stickers. They'll be great for Halloween bags when I send them out. Because I got those plaid packaging poly mailers, so like for Halloween I planned on sticking stickers on it if it's Halloween or if it's fall themed, you know, just so I could have the alternate thing. And then I got these, which poison and toxic and stuff like that on there. So that was like $1.50 or something a pack. And then I got two paper pads, because they were $4.96, or they were less than $5. And this is 12 by 12 paper pad. They're usually $20. You can catch them on for $10 or sometimes less in the stores, but these 12 by 12 paper pads are usually $20. So, especially Martha Stewart. So I got this one with the fun Christmas prints, and it has these tags, which will be great to use for my stitch markers. You can see, and for Christmas tags if I wanted to, but that's the main reason I got them. I think there's 2 of each paper in there, yeah. So it had lots of fun prints in there. And then I got this one, which was more wintry. It matches that washi tape over there, but it also has the tags in it. Where are they? They weren't like in the front like the other ones. This is ridiculous. There they are. So it had those in there as well. And like I said, less than $5 for both of those. Well, each. And this one's got shiny papers in it. Like it's got some shiny paper, and that's always costs more. So, couldn't resist those. I was like, well, I can use the tag ones for my stitch markers that I send out during that time period. The Halloween and fall ones were more or full price. The only thing I found that was super good deal was stickers. So there's my dog barking. She's probably ready to go out. She just woke up from a nap. So anyway, there is my podcast. This is extremely long. I don't know. I thought I needed to add more stuff to make it fuller because I didn't think it was going to be that much. And I think I added too much stuff. So, anywho, that is it. I'm going to let y'all go so I can go ahead and sew my bags and then put the drawstrings in while I edit this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing down below. I'm always doing fun makery things on here and on my blog, so go check that out. And if you have any questions or anything, you can ask me in the comments or you can shoot me an email. My email is down below as well. Yeah, I hope you'll have a great week filled with making. So remember to have a life lived creatively.